Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth, the only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Hey, you know, with 2020 and 2021 having the ongoing pandemic, you had the political transition from President Trump to President Biden. You see the up and downs of the market on a daily basis. There's economic uncertainty in the U.S. and now abroad again with China, you know, relations with China. Staying on track financially is a challenging task right now. Many people have shifted their strategy to protecting what they have rather than focusing on building new wealth. But does there really need to be a trade-off? Alex Gonzalez joins us now. He's a regional market executive for Regions Private Wealth at Orlando. Alex, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Tom. Thanks for having me.
You know, I took to one of the big, you know, one of the internet investment groups, and at the first shutdown when the market tanked, and I did some investing, and it raised. You know, I went from 4,000 to about 14,000 as the market came back. But now in the last month or so, I'm really starting to worry because I see things that I made lots of money in now starting to fluctuate. I'm taking $7 to $8 per share hits on a daily basis. And so I'm thinking now I need to protect my wealth. But should I really be thinking about just protecting, or is this a time to not just protect but create new wealth?
Well, that's a really good question, Tom, and we work with clients on both ends of the spectrum, individuals that are trying to grow their wealth either because they need to or they want to, and then those individuals that are preserving their wealth. So people focused on growth are looking at the future with certain goals in mind. It may be retirement, it may be planning for their children's education, and those people have a longer time horizon. They have higher risk tolerance, and they can handle market volatility. And for them, it's really all about risk and reward. They're taking on additional risk for potentially higher returns. The contrast to that are those individuals that really are preserving their wealth, and they've already built up a nest egg. Maybe they sold a business, maybe they inherited some assets, or they're already retired. And in preserving those assets, they're really focusing on maintaining purchasing power. So you want your dollar tomorrow to be worth as much as it is today. Your wealth is you're trying to keep your wealth to at least keep up with inflation. So in the case of preservation, you can take on less risk to achieve those types of returns. But the answer to the question, who needs growth and who needs preservation, is different. It's really unique to the person, and it depends on their goals and needs. For example, someone that's a retiree may still need growth assets in their portfolio, and that's really where a professional can help them, provide guidance, build out a plan that's really suitable for them.
You know, and that's the one thing I'm missing is I literally wish, and I know a lot of people have turned to the internet to do their investing, but on a daily basis as I go, I have no idea what this means. I wish I had somebody I could call that could explain to me where I'm at or what's going on, why this is doing that, why this is, and that's where you and the professionals like you come into play. You can give people the guidance that are needed so you're not doing it just blindly.
Absolutely. And you think about money and investing, it's a very emotional thing. So when the markets head south, people become very fearful, and then they react and respond. They may make decisions they're not well thought out, and long term it may impact them negatively. That's where an advisor really comes in. That's the value of having an advisor, because I can tell you last year, first quarter, when the market went down about 33%, our clients, we were calling our clients, we were educating them about the markets, we were basically holding their hands through that process. And as you can see, 2020 turned out to be a very strong year. But yes, talk to a local advisor. If Regions is in your market, regions.com/wealth management, you can find a local advisor that'll give you, that'll walk you through and build out a roadmap that really makes sense for you.
Well, I know there's economic uncertainties, and I can tell by the market. Like I said, I have one stock that I have that it's up 373% from what I bought it at, which is amazing, you would think. But watching it go from $66 a share to $54 a share to $68 a share to $57 a share, that's just in the last week and a half. The market's really volatile. What would you tell your clients that are receiving these mixed messages?
Well, really think about this. Investing is a long-term game, and individuals should stay disciplined, stick to their plan. Try not to focus on that near-term volatility, and those are the things that gets people in trouble, and market disruptions. It's really about time in the market that works and not timing, and the majority of returns that are produced is really having the right allocation for yourself. So you got to remember, stick to the fundamentals of investing. Don't get caught up in the noise. It's easy in volatile times to build a story around what might occur when, in fact, the questions are, where am I? Am I on track? What should I do? And those are fundamental questions that can start to build out a plan between yourself and a professional that can help and guide you so that you're not caught up in those kinds of questions every day. Do I buy? Do I sell? You have someone that's professionally managing that for you.
I'm 54 years old, be 55 in July. Retirement,
you are young.
Retirement's within the next 10 or 15 years. What are the main considerations I should think about, and people facing retirement in the next 5 to 10 to 15 years? What are the considerations we should think about?
Well, I am right in that same boat with you, and really the biggest consideration is making sure that you have an adequate level of assets and income sources to cover your expenses and what your lifestyle needs might be. So that's the primary concern for most, and part of that is retirement planning process is helping our clients achieve the growth that they need for that desired lifestyle. So doing that at the appropriate risk. Every investor has a unique level of risk, and it's not as simple as just an age-based risk assumption. So as I stated before, having a planning process and the resources that can help you build the roadmap from a professional is critical, and it'll help you answer those questions. Where am I? Am I on track? And what should I do? We
got about a minute and a half left. When should one start considering a private wealth specialist? And what's the best way, once you decide that you want to get started, what's the best way to get started? Got about a minute and 15.
Well, you've got obviously resources at Regions. I already mentioned the wealth site that you can go to. You can also talk to trusted people within your circle of influence, family and friends, advisors that they might use. The key is making sure you have someone that has you at front and center, your concerns and your issues when the decisions are being made and that advice is being given. It really should be all about you and your plan and your future.
Alex Gonzalez, he is a market executive he's a regional market executive for Regions Private Wealth located in Orlando, Florida. Give him the website one more time for Regions.
Regions.com/wealth management.
Regions.com/wealth management. Alex, thanks so much. You gave me some things to think about now in even my investing that I didn't have before this interview. So thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
That's some informative information there. I wish I'd have had a specialist. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ocala Talks. Hour number 3 on the way. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
The U.S. House of Representatives on Wednesday passed H.R. 1, otherwise known as the For the People Act, which Republicans warned will compromise election integrity and ultimately lead to the federalization of U.S. elections. The Democrat-led House passed the legislation along party lines 220 to 210. The petition to recall California's Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom has climbed above 1.9 million signatures, with 2 weeks to go until its deadline. Organizer Orrin Heatley says we have cleared another milestone, and we are now entering the final stretch of this part of the official campaign to remove California Governor Gavin Newsom from power and office, end quote. If the effort succeeds, a recall election would likely occur later this year. The White House says there will be no announcement this week on who the future nominee to head the Office of Management and Budget might be. Nominee Neera Tanden has withdrawn after vile social media behavior was presented at her confirmation hearings. USA Radio News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
You guys, your customer service and everything, you guys are great. And the commercials talk about it, but I don't know if it really gives it true justice. People need to know. This is maybe the most amazing product I've ever tried. It's so pure, it tastes so good. I'm just blown away by it.
Balance of Nature is now offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code USA.
The MyPillow Premium Pillow Special continues at MyPillow.com. If you go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener special, use my promo code USA, you can get a standard or queen size premium MyPillow for $29.98. That's a $40 savings. King size only $5 more. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener square, use my promo code USA or call 1-800-951-8175.
The perfect gift for Easter that will keep on giving. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Smart shoppers will tell you they found it on HighBid.com. HighBid.com lets you explore thousands of auctions across the U.S. and around the world. You'll find gold coins, sporting goods, classic cars, collectible toys, fine jewelry, household items, and sports memorabilia autographed by the greats. HighBid.com has hundreds of thousands of items for sale every day. It's easy to search and it's easy to find auctions in your area. Just go to HighBid.com. That's HIBID.com and see what everyone is talking about.
I'm Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Freed. Everyone knows Florida grows the world's best produce. From citrus to strawberries, watermelon to blueberries, our produce growers feed our families and the world. With over